welcome to my 2019 WIP parade and my 2020 plans. I don't have a specific way I'm going to do my WIPs. They're kind of just spread all over the table, but I will do my best to mix them up a little bit as far as new stuff and old stuff, new starts, all that jazz. I'm going to try to do all of my 2019 stuff first, and then I'll tell you my plans at the end in case you're only here for the WIPs and you want to leave early. And I apologize for my voice. I have been sick the last, basically ever since Christmas Eve. So it's been about 6 days now, and I finally just got my voice back for the first, on a consistent basis today. So I do have some water with me, and I apologize for any coughing because, like I said, I'm still sick, but I wanted to get this done. So that being said, the first WIP I'm going to show you, I'm showing you first because it's ginormous. It is George Washington. So here's where it was at the beginning of the year. And here, I did take it off of the frame. Can I get back far enough? There you go. So there's how much I have finished. It is almost at the halfway point. I got, good grammar, I have another 10 rows. 9 or 10 rows until I hit the halfway point. So this is all 931. This is stitched on, I believe it's an 18 count. I was hesitant to take this off the frame, but I needed to redo it anyway. So 18 count Ada that was gifted to us by Zweigart. If you're interested in doing a piece that will be in a museum someday, and you want to do this one, there are, I believe, still some panels available. So go to search Stitching George Washington, or if you just want to follow along. Everything was provided as far as the fabric, the floss, needles, and I forget what the other thing is. But anyway, everything was gifted to us, so you won't have to invest any money. Obviously the pattern was gifted. But it's basically George Washington crossing the Delaware, that painting. And it's a piece of that. So it is large, as you can tell, but it's kind of nice to be part of history. All right, cut out some coughing for you there. Next up we have, and I'll try to show, and this is my piece for that. I'm going to try to show pictures if I have them printed out already. So this is my George Washington piece of it. So this dark color is the color you're seeing there. And then got this little bit of a hat. So right now I think I'm about right in this area. No, I think I'm about right there. Because it's starting to get into this light area right here again. All right, so next up we have, I know I have a picture of this piece. I apologize for my cat. She's being very needy and whiny today, and I don't know why. There it is. Hocus Pocus by Tilton Crafts. Here's where it was last time. So what I did was on my last video, or not last, but my 2018 video, I tried to do screenshots, so some of these pictures are blurry, so I apologize for that. So I'm gonna put in pictures if I can find them. There weren't as many as I thought, but I was kind of doing it last night while being sick and I kind of just fast forwarded through some parts. So I'm gonna try to put in pictures of where I was if I can find them. So here's this one. And here is where I am now. So added basically more colors other than that. I think that's $9.39. So we have some more purples, and you can see Mary's like form starting to come up. Sorry. Next up we have, I don't think I have a picture of this one. I do not. So this is the, I was gonna say Tilton, it's not Tilton. Oh, and the Hocus Pocus is done on a 32 count that I dyed myself. This one is Tiny Modernist Christmas Sal from 2018. So here's where I was. And here's where I am now. This one, I added a tiny bit of white. There's really not much difference that I don't think, or that I think you'll be able to tell. But basically, I added this little bit right down here, and that's it. There's somehow a streak of purple that's on here, and I really hope it's a washable marker because I don't know where that came from. But if you guys want to see more progress on that one, go to Hobbies Up to Here. Katie has been working on that one. Let's see. Let's do a new start. Which you guys are sitting on. So this new start, you guys have seen because I started it sooner rather than towards the end of the year more than the beginning. So you guys have seen this one kind of recently. It's the first Harry Potter poster, movie poster. And since this is a new start, I just did the black. This is on a 28 count Monaco DMC. I think it's DMC, Charles Craft, whatever the one in the tube is. And it's 2/1 10 stitch. Next up we have, I don't have a color picture of this one, and my black and white picture sucks, so I'm not going to show it to you. This one is the Love for Cross Stitch. You can get it in the group, and I think she has an Etsy page, but this is Boo Butterfly, and here's where I started. And here's where it is now. So I believe I added mostly yellows and oranges this year. This one's cute. I need to get back to it, and it's not hard. I don't know why I haven't been doing it. But this is the 28 count Charles Craft as well that I dyed myself. And it is 2/2 full cross. Hocus Pocus was 1/1, 32 full cross. This one, I did add some progress to it. It's not one of my favorite pieces. This is like one of the first things I started. This might have been the first thing I started. It's a Tilton Crafts. I should say this is the first one I started that wasn't a kit. This is, I don't remember the title of it, but it's basically a book. You can kind of see the pages down here that opens up to a forest, like the forest comes out of the pages. Sorry guys, but that's where I started. Here's where I am now. The only thing I added was this bit right here, like the second column. I wish I could remember the name of this one, but it's a Tilton Crafts 32 count 32 count that I dyed myself, 1/1 full cross. All right, this one is going to take me a minute. So this one is another new start. This one is Sea Hag. And I've shown you guys this one a few times. It's going to take me a second because I have to, I'm converting it to color and cottons, and the ones that I chose I have all wrapped up in it, so I just have to get those situated. And this one's a very, very tiny start. Just the word in, which is right there. This one I started at the retreat in September. Thought I had more done on it, but this is a scrap I found, or a scrap from a giveaway that I won. No, this is one that I bought from a scrap that I bought as part of a grab bag from McKenna. Do I have anything? Piece of fabric that I haven't stitched on yet. All right, here's an oldie but a goodie that I will probably be working on more this year. This is, I think I do a picture of this one. Disneyland map. I got this on Etsy. I think you can still find it on there. I don't think the person I got it from is still selling it. It might be under Disney World map, but it's definitely Disneyland because it has the map. Anyway, here's my start. And my current progress. So I used it for my 2018 Mania where I stitched a new ride, but this year I mainly just started filling in on the left. Yeah, left. I really like how this one's coming out. And since the Magical Stitches theme is Disney, I think this one will be a good one to work on this year. All right, next up we have, let's do one of these. So here's a new start that I also finished. I know you guys have seen this one. This is my Witchy Stitcher Universal Monsters Sal that I bought at Stitch Nanigans, had to think of the name of it, in April. And I think I started it maybe in September. You guys got the window directly across. This was done on a 32 count 2/2 full cross that I dyed myself. Next up we have the Haid Amy Stewart's museum bookshelf. Here's where I was last time and where I am now. So added a bunch of browns because I started stitching it how did it? Oh, cross country by page instead of full cross country. And I had another new start that goes hand in hand with that one. You guys have seen this one recently, Fairy Tale Bookshelf, also by Amy Stewart. Don't have a picture of this one because it's new, but you guys have seen this everywhere. And doing this one 2/1 tent stitch on a 28 count lilac cashel, I think it is, that I had in my stash. The museum bookshelf is 1/1 full cross. I think it's on a 32. That I also had in my stash. I don't remember what the color name is, but it's green. Next up, we have another new start. This one is the Hands-On Design Year of Celebrations January. So just started the snowflakes. Next up, we have one of my older ones. This is Haid. It is Celtic Wolf Guide by Bridget Ashwood. You cannot buy this specific pattern anymore because it was a special, I forget what you call it. Oh, it's from a Kickstarter. But you can find similar patterns that have like the same face, but different like outer bits of these things that are still available on Haid. Here's where I was. Here's where I am now. So I I finished up this whole page up here and then added the stuff up top. Sorry if you guys hear that noise. That is my heat kicking in because it is super windy today. And so it's like blowing all the hot air out. I don't think our house is insulated very well. Here's another old one. This one is Santa in the Clouds. This is a Tilton Crafts. Celtic Wolf was done on 28 count Monaco that I dyed myself, 1/1 full cross. This one is 2/1 tent on 28 count that I dyed myself. Here's where I started. And where I am at now, I have finished the first row of pages and started in on the second. So this one I am doing cross country across the row of pages. And I'll show you the back. So that's kind of how I'm doing it, is I'm just following kind of where the clumps go. Next up, we have another new start. This is the Country Cottage Needleworks Winter. And all I finished so far is the hot cocoa. This one's another old one. This is, I think, my oldest one. And I really want to get this one finished in 2020. This is my Sparkling Peacock by Joan Elliott. That was in one of the magazines. I don't remember which one. But, yeah, I forgot. Here's where I started. So I've basically added in all of the, I'd say it's probably another like 3 or 4 rows. So I did get good progress on this one this year because I added basically all of his body. This one is going to be a gift to my husband once it's finished because peacocks was the theme of our wedding. Now this one kind of goes along with that one. This is the Sparkling Peacock Mandala by Chatelaine. Sorry guys, I suck at this. The Sparkling Peacock, no, Swirling Peacock is the other one. That one is on a 28 count opalescent cashel that I got from 123 Stitch. We're getting close to the end, I promise. This one is done on 28 count Jobelin in China Pearl. Which I know because I actually kept the tag on it for once. So this is 2/2. And I haven't been doing as much on this one. So here's where I was before on it. So yeah, all I've added is a little bit more to that middle mandala. Next up, this one has been finished for more than a year now. So if you guys remember my Denver, I did start the companion piece, which will look exactly the same, except it's Los Angeles. However, I need to redo this because that one, because I want them to match. That one was done on, they're both done on 28 count. I don't know the color, it's gray, but I don't know the exact color because it was in my stash. Sorry, I'm gonna try to stop saying but I did this 2/2, but the other one, or 2/2 full cross, the other one is 4/2 on, or with 10, so I need to restart this one so it matches. I would like to finish that one, or this one, this year. Because those are actually really quick and easy. These ones, sit tight. These ones I had forgotten to get the picture out of the project bag. So this one is the Christmas jar ornaments by Dimensions. Last time I had finished the green jar, and then so this year I started the red, and I am changing the other green jar, which is the snowman, to purple. So I started the purple part of it. As a companion piece to that, sort of, the Christmas Pals ornaments by Dimensions. And I had finished, I think I had finished both of those. So the two, the snowman up here and the reindeer, are both new starts this year. I need to finish these. These are cute. Next up, my Santa's Flight stocking. Can't remember the name of it. This will be my stocking. Last year, so he's gotten quite a bit done on him this year. All the blue and basically all the green, and basically all of the sleigh, I think. Next up is my Winter in a Cup. Here's last time. And here it is now. So I've added pretty much the whole cup part. And I know it's hard to see because it's half stitch, but all of that white and yellow stuff up top. It is definitely more visible in person. But it's done, I swear. The stocking and basically all the Dimensions kits are done on the included fabric, which I believe the stocking is an 18 count gray. The perforated plastic is 14 count, I think, and then the animal ornaments are 14 count white. This one is the 14 count opalescent Ada from, that you buy in the tube from DMC. And it's done 2/1 combination. Well, mostly 2/1 full cross, but there is combinations of 10 stitches and all that in there as well. So that actually is kind of similar to a DMC kit. but that one you can find on Etsy, patterns, Cute Patterns by Maria. And then I think this is the last one. This is my Hade. I don't remember if I have a picture from last time, but if I do, here it is. And here is where it is now. I'm gonna make sure it's the right way. So this one hasn't seen a lot of love. This is one of my favorite pieces. So I don't know why it hasn't gotten more, but this is Rapunzel by Anya Kai. And everything new is up here. So this is kind of her chest area right here coming down into her stomach. And then the pleats on her dress. All right, I have one more. No, two more. So this is a new start that I also finished. So this is my Noel piece. This was a kit, and I don't remember what it was called. It's basically like a chalkboard Noel. And then another finish is Dasher. So here's where it was last time. And then his finish. All right, so that is all of my pieces that I worked on this year. Oh my gosh, no it's not, duh. How could we forget Aurora, who is now framed. This is the first time you guys have seen her framed. She is done on 36 count Edinburgh linen that I dyed myself, 2/2 for the most part, but she does have some 2/1s and beads and backstitch. And I love her, and she will be on my wall as soon as I get well enough to go to the store and get a hanging thing for her. I use the command strips, and I want to get one of those command strip nail things because I want to get her up. So she's probably going to go over on that wall right there. But I do have to clean my craft room and reorganize it because it is starting to get a little out of hand again. But that'll be done probably in the next couple of weeks. So if that's all you're staying for, thanks for stopping by. If I don't have too many plans for 2020, I'm basically just going to show you my new year, new start, and then tell you kind of what I want to focus on. So my new year, new start, and then you guys, a lot of you guys already know this, but it's going to be Cinderella. I am doing this along with Melissa, Cupcake Stitcher. And I'm going to start on her head. So excited to do this one. It looks like it'll be easier. I could be totally wrong. But because there's not a ton of backstitch, there's not a ton of beads. I think there might be some on her, like some backstitching on her gloves, but there's not like the big, actually there could be. I don't know, I gotta look at it again. It doesn't have a ton of metallic though, so that's good. I need to find my fabric for her because I know I dyed it and I know it's somewhere, but if I'm gonna start it in 2 days, I gotta find That's gonna be my goal for today, find Cinderella. Then I'm going to, so my plan is to try to stitch on George as much as possible. And I'm going to use him for all of the ultimate extra credits in Magical Stitches. And possibly for some of the, well, not all of them. I'm going to try to use him for all of the map a book, stitch a book, whatever they're calling it. And for the building the park extra credits, because you can stitch on any project for those. And he's easy to count. And then I'll try to fit him in kind of where I can, but since some of those projects are like 5,000, 10,000 stitches, I want to do those all in one big chunk, as far as like not have to not have to take pictures. Like, you still have to take pictures every like 500 or 1,000 stitches, depending on what the prompt is. But I don't want to take like 500, do, you know, a row or two for a different task, and then have to come back and try to figure out where I was with him. So I'm going to try to just keep him as those extra credits. Then I want to focus next year on, sorry, that's loud, on my Los Angeles piece, on my swirling peacock, Winter in a Cup would be nice if it was done. And my stocking. So basically some of the smaller ones I want to try to finish up. So that's really my goal. And we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm not planning on getting a lot of reading done this year. I do need to focus, well, not focus. I do need to try to do some more diamond painting, just because I have a ton of them hanging, as you guys saw. And it'd be nice if I could actually do a few. Sorry. But yeah, so my plan is to finish up, or not finish up, but get George back on the frame. My husband got me a new video game system this year for Christmas, so I've been doing that a lot lately, which is good because I haven't been able to like do anything else really since I've been sick. Ugh. Looks like I'm super tired. Yeah, so we'll just kind of see where it goes. Like I said, my plan is really just to focus as much as I can on George and then work on the little projects in the interim. I'm not going to do no new starts like I did last year. As you can see, that didn't really work out. I did manage to only start things, except for one, which is Fairy Tale. I did manage to only start things while I was at retreat. So, and then I didn't start until December. So I actually did really well with no new starts last year. But if I didn't make up that rule that retreats don't matter, it wouldn't have worked. But this year I'm planning on taking it super easy. We're not planning any big trips. We're just, you know, trying to focus on saving money this year, paying off our credit cards. And so I think I'm basically just trying to make this year a really relaxed year. Oh, next year. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I apologize for all the coughing. I tried to cut out as much of it as I could. I will try to get this posted later on today. It's the 30th, so either today or tomorrow, hopefully. I'm going to finish or start putting everything away and get everything organized again because it kind of got out of hand, and try to relax a little bit. I have on makeup, but I also have on sweatpants, so I don't think I'm doing anything for the new year. I'm okay with that. Staying at home, stitching, playing with Cinderella. So anyway, thank you guys for staying with me this year or joining me if you're new. I hope that we all have a great stitchy year next year. And if there's anything that you guys want me to focus on other than the ones that I mentioned, let me know, and I might try to put it in my focus pile for next year. And I will see you guys all in my next vlog series, which I haven't done any since the last one I posted. Not much to show, and couldn't talk anyway, so I will see you guys all next year. I hope you all had a great 2019, and thank you for liking and subscribing. Bye.